They say if it bleeds, it's alive, and God created all of us. But right now, at this point in time, I'm feeling discarded. As the sun hits the shades and tiger strikes my nightmares, I find it all the feelings I've been searching for are right here in the moment. Look into my soul, break that boundary that's impounding me to forfeit what I hold and move past it. I keep my dreams wrapped in plastic, retract my past steps to catch it with my last breath. So, who wants to know what it's like? Wants to feel the things I touch and wipe the blood off of my life? Cause it's all broken bones here, open wounds that don't heal, choking on my own fears, drowning in my own tears. Human, and that's the way that I'll remain. Fuck fighting my beliefs and limiting what I should say. Fuck standing with my arms out, hoping I'll be saved. And fuck screaming at myself, trying to make it through the day. I write life down, and it's coherent when I speak. Raise the hairs up off the back of your neck like a static lingo. I said if luck was a lady, she'd never let me buy that drink. The time's slipping and my eyes won't blink. And if your God was a woman, her boyfriend then beat her kids. And I got more scars than teenagers' wrists. And if the time was my father, he'd be stolen my birthdays, drinking with his friends, and now it's hurting in the worst way. And I can say it just the way that I know. They said if pain sticks with you, I'm training to let it go. So hold on to this one and save it for your bad days. Open up that passion in my words and make the glass breaking. I don't know if my written words can affect you, but listen to my heart and every single breath I stress through. Come on, this is not an ode to hip-hop. All I'm trying to do is make that quiver on my lips stop and chase out the bad scent. Purpose think he's got me figured to a science now, and I ain't even asked yet. Damn, meet the tread and water champion. The other side of happiness, the most of y'all are standing in. Raise up and try to capture the trust, cause I move with all my passions and extract what I must. And I move with all my people and I act when I must, to take a card on and stab when I'm peeling the rust. Now despite all of my efforts, I always play the low. Now something in this catches you, you best to let it show. I said if luck was a lady, she'd never let me buy that drink. The time's slipping and my eyes won't blink. And if your God was a woman, her boyfriend then beat her kids. And I got more scars than teenagers' wrists. And if the time was my father, he'd be stolen my birthdays, drinking with his friends, and now it's hurting in the worst way. And I can say it just the way that I know. They said if pain sticks with you, I'm training to let it go.
Could you? I can tell.
I swear to God that sometimes I feel my life is going blind, from the women I wake up to the substance in my rhymes. And I've abused the truth by telling myself everything's fine, while all that negativity I'm ignoring, steadily climbing undescribed. But hell, I know that I'm not perfect. God knows I can't keep a girlfriend cause all of my problems surface. They feel I don't deserve them cause they friends say that I'm worthless, inappropriately portrayed in my words. And what about my music? Haven't been making it lately the way that I view, haven't been positive. Listen, the fact that it's human to get confused. I bleed and bruise like all the rest of you, but verbalize my blood, inhale the punches love is thrown at me and breathe it out my lungs like. This all has been a mess. I've replaced the things I loved and ripped my heart out of my chest like, and I'm not so concerned with why. I'm just here to count the minutes till tomorrow's sun can rise. Listen, listen, come on, yo. How many times do you have to wake up to stop dreaming? And I write my love notes in dust, but never read them many times. I just try to give up, to stop leaving you. I have my heart broken, busted, and most of it's been crushed, but I blame it on myself. Cause in the morning I don't see the right reflection. That foggy mirror after my shower I see rejection. And I'm not saying I'm depressed, seems to be a common theme today. These children try to hate themselves but don't know why they feel that way. I got a real path paved, and it's been crazy. In a month I almost had the clap and possibly your baby. Relocated places, credit companies chasing me, a new age taking on an insufficient pile of changes, and I hate it. Cause it's all so uncontrollable, losing myself inside this broken emotion of no one knows. So what's the point of ever falling in love? I found it's more about the pain than it ever was about trust. Found it's more about breaking chains than being confounded to rust. Found that love is just a test and most of us have given up. But if you think of it logistically, then love is open-eyed. Cause it's everywhere you look and it's in every scar you hide.
Yes, it's Benjamin Loud there. Yeah, this is Wells Fargo Credit Union. Yeah, we're actually calling in regards to your music cards. Yeah.
How many times do you have to wake up to stop dreaming and write my love notes in dust, but never read them many times. I just try to give up, to stop leaving you. I have my heart broken, busted, and most of it's been crushed, but I blame it on myself. Myself. How many times do you have to wake up to stop dreaming and write my love notes in dust, but never read them many times. I just try to give up, to stop leaving you. I have my heart broken, busted, and most of it's been crushed, but I blame it on myself.
I can tell.
Heroin.
When you shot me at point blank range, I knew you loved me.
Have you profited from this record? We hope so.
Woke up, broke down. calling me, telling me I'm a clown. Saying I couldn't hold a conversation, let alone a job. So I should come and get my shit before they throw it out. Typical, I guess the clouds came back for me. Couldn't run from the spell that's been cast on me. Last time I got surrounded by gloom, I was Lieutenant Dan drunk, screaming at the moon, saying, fuck it, let the lines be crossed. Let's climb up on the roof and toss knives at God. I don't need a mindless job, I'm fine without it. You can keep your 9 to 5 in your high-rise trousers. I got the 5th of bourbon on deck, a contact list full of homies in debt. So when life deals you nothing but jokers and holds tens, we get drunk off that severance check, man. It's gonna be a long one. It's gonna be a long one. Hey. It's gonna be a long one. Oh, drinking till the sun comes up, and I said it's gonna be a long one. Hey. It's gonna be a long one. So grab a couple of brews and come on, man. Fell down, got up, found love, got dumped. Cause she don't need an unemployed punk running around living life like the pile of blues records in his trunk. It's a damn shame, but I don't think I'm gonna miss her. She wants the dog, the house, to call me mister. Ironically now she calls me an asshole. Called me at a job from the craft store. Told me that I'm dealing with a disease. I don't wanna succeed. Anybody that's ever tried to assist me gets it. I become a product of the slump. Pig-headed, stubborn ass loser of the month. Yeah, I lost cause in a castle of his junk. Trying to sweep a mountain of fuck-ups under the rug, man, I get it. All of this has pushed me to the limit. So now I'm gonna drink until I'm spinning. It's gonna be a long one. I'm gonna be up all night. It's gonna be a long one, yeah. It's gonna be a long one, yeah. I'm gonna be up all night. It's gonna be a long one, yeah, long one, yeah, long, 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 long one. It's gonna be a long one. It's gonna be a long one. Oh, drinking till the sun comes up, and I said it's gonna be a long one. It's gonna be a long one. So grab a couple of brews and come on, man. I've been looking for that shadow that's inside of me for quite some time. Sunk my teeth in the light as a young man blind, but never regret the process or regret time. Just wish I could've helped the three of us and breached that line. Like how the hell was I supposed to know? It's the symbiotic circle that we all helped grow. And when it all fell through, yeah, we all sunk in the same lake and drowned in that vision of our future in the same day. And you can tell it to the doctor when he asks you, or carving in your little prison wall like a tattoo. But we got a frozen rock of luck like a statue that stands at the crossroads, blocking where to pass through. Damn, that's part of living on the offbeaten, part of skipping down that never-ending dark street. So you can fight it and draw the difference between us, cause the blood doesn't match, but the goddamn disease does. How many more hearts are we gon' break? How many failed steps are we gon' take? It's time to look at what we got here. Standing on the verge of that age-old question, is it nature versus nurture? How many more lines are we gon' cross until we figure out the pain we caused? It's time to look at what we got here. Standing on the verge of that age-old question, is it nature versus nurture? flip through that little photo book that mom made and look for the warning signs crawling out of my face. And I've been questioning the level of our mind state that made us feel like everything around us was a crying shame. No answers, just a whole bunch of burnt bridges, earned stitches in a curve in our world's rhythm. And I don't know where we learned this from or how it stuck with you after all the worst was done, but it scares me, yeah, and I'm not afraid to say it. I'm ready to wake the demon in the closet up and face it and take it out and display it and show the world that it's real. Stop running from the past like it's gonna make you heal, cause it can't. And maybe that's the reason why I see it and feel it in my pen when I sit down and treat it. And after all of it's done, you don't have to believe it when the blood doesn't match and the goddamn disease lives. How many more hearts are we gon' break? How many failed steps are we gon' take? It's time to look at what we got here. Standing on the verge of that age-old question, is it nature versus nurture? How many more lines are we gon' cross until we figure out the pain we caused? It's time to look at what we got here. Standing on the verge of that age-old question, is it nature versus nurture? In come the strings, playing my patience like a note that I never had the guts to sing. I've been living with your lies, cause my life don't feel quite right unless I'm swelling from the honeybee's sting. And look at what you bring me, girl. Nothing but drama, holding on strong to making me feel your woes. How long can we go till we're nothing but a pile of bones, standing tall in the cold, right? You tell me that it's over and show me what it's like to have a stomach full of sulfur. And loving you has taught me to keep a hand on the holster in case I gotta shoot a couple holes. But what the hell do I know, huh? Yeah, I don't know shit unless I'm hanging off the curve of your lips. I've been looking for an angel like you since the devil in me made it obvious it doesn't exist. How will I figure this out? Undertow dragging you down beneath my comfort zone where that love I gave you found. I'm freaking out, speaking with your name in my mouth. And I don't wanna live without you, I just want to clear your clouds away, away, away. To the fake smiles, walking around like a stray child, trying to find a quiet place to sleep. I don't know if you can feel it in the air when you step into the street, but I've been finding it a little hard to breathe. And look at what you brought me, girl, nothing but pain. Spending my money for a walk in the rain. I'm drained and never wanted this to be the outcome when I can never trust you and all I get is how come. Why, after everything I gave, you can share it with a stranger every time I went away. I've been lied to before, girl, I see it in your face that you don't care about the broken heart I taste. But what the hell do I know? I know the world will go blind if I open up the cage in my mind. I've been running from an angel like you since the devil in me showed me heaven's not about a bottom line. How will I figure this out? Undertow dragging you down beneath my comfort zone where that love I gave you found. I'm freaking out, speaking with your name in my mouth. And I don't wanna live without you, I just want to clear your clouds away, 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 away. Oh, I feel like I've been breathing out of an exhaust pipe on a job site with a fist full of brittle sand. Should've seen it coming a mile away from that little hill in which I'm making a stand on. It makes a man of me, and if it never kills me, then I get a pass. Wish I could've opened up the air around me just a little bit so I could take a gasp. Who the hell is watching? Put a notch in my belt, keep it on the track. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, never made a difference when you're playing chicken with your only chance. But it made a man of me, right? Madman, I gotta dance around and play his sounds. Wish I knew back then what I know now. Yeah, look at me now. Dodging forever, spending a fortune to figure it out. I don't believe it, never learn how. All of this pressure is driving me wild. Look at me now, dodging forever, spending a fortune to figure it out. I don't believe it, never learn how. All of this pressure is driving me wild. Look at me now. I'm starting to feel like it's stacking on my shoulders. Another soldier with little patience to see the dawn. Fought a lot of odds in the name of cause. Put them in the box, buried in the lawn. But I learned a lesson from it, didn't I? And if I didn't, who the hell is gonna teach me? I've been looking for answers and none of them ever offered a lesson that'll reach me. Who can see me? Losing personal relationships like people do they house keys. I've been outside, looking inside, with a shadow casted all around me. And they doubt me, try to throw a little part of me away with every frown. Just wish they saw what I know now. Yeah, look at me now. Dodging forever, spending a fortune to figure it out. I don't believe it, never learn how. All of this pressure is driving me wild. Look at me now, dodging forever, spending a fortune to figure it out. I don't believe it, never learn how. All of this pressure is driving me wild. Look at me now. To figure it out. I don't believe it, never learn how. All of this pressure is driving me wild. Look at me now, dodging forever, spending a fortune to figure it out. I don't believe it, never learn how. All of this pressure is driving me wild. Look at me now. I wish that I could remember the day I lost it. Flip through the pages I've written when I'm unconscious, I black out. And I don't really understand it, but everything's relative right now. I feel my life is a physical writing plot, repeating over the past while fighting against the clock, and it hurts me. Deep down inside, yo, it irks me. Any incentive of poetical scented purpose is gone. And I don't really say goodbyes much. Wasn't worth the wait, but this plague is mine, yup. So if I write it and script it across the airways, boogie down, breakneck style, emotion narrates the passion. Single admission to see the facet, mingle within it and inflict it with its disaster like welcome. I don't know what it means, but it helps me. Another dying dream in the land of living wealthy to prey on. Constricted into gray spots. Life is painted full palette pictures with the emptiness my pains cause. Believe it though, even in its meaningless, I tread the water dreamfully exceeding what's eating me. I get down, I get down, I get down, I get down. I get down, it's like this. Sound like how, man, I black out the pressure. I fade out the sound, I get down, it's like this. Sound like how down, cut your wrist down. Pump your fist now, I get down, it's like this. Sound like how, man, I black out the pressure. I fade out the sound, I get down, and it's like this. born into it. Another grade A reject, another tombstone in the graveyard of respect. The descent in my life infused with religion. Got all my prayers shot out the air like clay pigeons, and it isn't what you envision. Would you admit it? A single intimate smidgen of ever giving a damn. So what's my life? Another breath taken, water under the bridge, a fool for the making. It must be. I mean, love don't trust me. Fight for its feeling while I die in its company. I get down, and it's impossible to get up. A heart full of bricks with a mouth full of hiccups, with more dust to kick up than ambition itself. Handcuffed to the furnace of my own vision of hell. I seem docile, yeah, born into the wrong child. Fight against the smiles and frowns. People, I get down. I get down, it's like this. Sound like how, man, I black out the pressure. I fade out the sound, I get down, it's like this. Sound like how down, cut your wrist down. Pump your fist now, I get down, it's like this. Sound like how, man, I black out the pressure. I fade out the sound, I get down, and it's like this. often wonder why we never made it home. Why it feels like all the effort that we gave was never noticed. The pressure kept on building up and closing in, and by the end, hell, I swear to God I couldn't swim. Like, since when did all of this become so hard to walk around? I miss the music that influenced us to talk about it. We used to sit around for hours trying to find ourselves inside a song that made us want to stop and smell the flowers for a second. Just a single second's all I wanted. Now I feel like every star I used to find you with is falling out the sky, and I can't even seem to find the time. And if I did, I doubt you'd even look me in the eyes like you used to. Everything we had is just a story now, and any way I see it, it's impossible to word it out. The word of mouth says you still leave the candle lit, hoping that somebody will notice and hold your hand through this. It wasn't anybody's fault. From the moment I was leaving, I could feel it in my veins. Thought that I was someone that won't forget your name. Beg me not to get on that train. You told me that I wouldn't come back the same. I couldn't help myself on the minute I was leaving. I could feel it in my veins. Begged you not to stand in the rain. I told you that the weather around here don't change. You couldn't help yourself on believing that I'm someone that won't forget your name. Every now and then I pick the phone up, dial in your number and stare at it for a moment. I never call, I never will, it's hard to focus, but that's what we get for throwing love into the ocean. Tie, cutting ties, stuck inside, trying to make it out. I string it up, I write the line and try to lay it down. If I could find a peace of mind to go and press rewind, I'd do it in a second. If I thought that I could stay around for just a second, just a goddamn second, I would freeze the whole entire world in place if it let me. You always told me I was gonna make a difference. I just never thought it'd be the kind that eventually split us. And I'm sorry, I never meant to leave you all alone and have you living life with a person over the phone. The folks from back home say you still leave the lantern lit, hoping that somebody will notice and help you manage this. It wasn't anybody's fault. From the moment I was leaving, I could feel it in my veins. Thought that I was someone that won't forget your name. Beg me not to get on that train. You told me that I wouldn't come back the same. I couldn't help myself on the minute I was leaving. I could feel it in my veins. Begged you not to stand in the rain. I told you that the weather around here don't change. You couldn't help yourself on believing that I'm someone that won't forget your name. You begged me not to get on that train. You told me that I wouldn't come back the same. I couldn't help myself from the minute I was leaving. I could feel it in my veins. I begged you not to stand in the rain. I told you that the weather around here don't change. You couldn't help yourself from believing that I'm someone that won't forget your name. Woke up in a cold sweat, alone where the ghost slept. I never thought I was the type. I would've took the frost, but I must've made it obvious, cause every time it happens, I'm the one who gets the bite. Fading like the lights on the last bus out of here, kicking up dust, disappearing to the night. Nothing lasts forever, but judging by the weather, I'm starting to get a sick feeling, thinking it might. And I don't wanna fight you anymore, Benjamin, it's a plague. A lose-lose situation in a maze with a crazed man chasing the kid in me with a blade. That's too proud to ever admit he's afraid. It's a pile of rocks on me, I don't know what to say. The whole world's watching, but I don't think they relate. I was right where I landed, simple and plain. Another victim of the sickle and the flame.
Flame blows out, won't ever see it coming. Ain't funny how this is all I ever wanted. It's the price you pay when you try to cross a river without drowning.
Fell asleep with my bones cold, blowing smoke through a froze throat, trying to focus on the flash. I would've grabbed the whip, but they must've seen me coming, cause no matter what I do, I always seem to catch the lash. Painting with the ash, left sitting at the base of what I used to be pretty familiar with this home. I don't know if fate's trying to kill me or teach me how to grow, but either way it's got me feeling hopeless. And I don't wanna climb this tattered up rope anymore, man. Sick of thinking I'ma fall. The devil's greatest trick was convincing the world he never existed, and mine was a broken crystal ball. Looking at the shards, trying to figure out the future with a bloody hand holding it together from the base. Funny how the butterflies flapping and my stomach finally figured out a way to make a valiant escape. We talk about the crows and the bats, choking on the facts, fighting with the current to our backs. Nobody ever promised me tomorrow more than anybody told me I would die before I ever made it back. And even if I had, it's only a matter of time until it catches up with me to loosen up my grasp. Everything I've done in the name of being strong always seems to come around and try to kill me where I stand.
Flame blows out, won't ever see it coming. Ain't funny how this is all I ever wanted. It's the price you pay when you try to cross a river without drowning.
Prisoner now.
Break me out of here, I'm freezing. Chain made out of fear, I am bleeding. Break me out of here, I'm fading. Rain made out of tears.
Tragedy, it's like a new age drug.